They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought it was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill him. Hop out, keep the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split him. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5.7, eat them up, eat them up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
Hey, I turned A to the most insidious letter, made it the littiest letter. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. Salute. Shout out to all the members who thanked me this morning. You know what I'm saying? I had a few of y'all come through and thank me for yesterday. A lot of people said they won some money off of it yesterday. When I sat there and told everybody yesterday, they asked me who gonna win the national title. They said, who you got versus Ohio State versus Notre Dame? And if y'all do remember, I gave y'all Ohio State and the over. And what an over it was. I took Ohio State minus 10. I boosted the line up. And I took it over 50. You know what I'm saying? So it was a pretty good day yesterday. Salute to everybody that followed my advice. Like I'm telling y'all, I'm not just a boxing guru. I'm a gambling. You know what I'm saying? I deal when it comes to sports. And see, a lot of that is because when people make the lines in sports, it's an algorithm they use. They take people's previous opponents, they take future opponents, they take the offense, they take the defense, then they take the opponent's offense and defense, then they take it in question on how did they fare against other teams and everything. Like, so when I used to do the football picks, it used to take me a minute because I used to add math in there because math is the universal language. And so, like I said, last night I explained to y'all why Ohio State was going to beat the shit out of Notre Dame. And see, the fucked up shit about it, they would have beat Notre Dame even worse, but I'm glad they didn't because I had Will Howard and I had Riley Leonard for 2 passing touchdowns apiece. Because, see, I knew that Ohio State was going to get a lead, and then Notre Dame was going to take away from their game plan and start throwing that ball. See, football and sports is a game of ebbs and flows. And shout out to my man Cal Cooler, man. I hope you're safe on the road, my brother. All praise to the Most High. May God watch over you as you travel, get you back to where you need to be, and to get to where you need to go in a safe manner. But football's all against ebbs and flows, right? Basketball too, even boxing. When you get a momentum in boxing, like Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. Caleb Plant had the momentum early in the first 5 rounds until David Benavidez cracked him, and then he had the momentum for the rest of the fight. And see, Notre Dame, I explained to y'all that Notre Dame is one of the most complete teams in football. But I told you Notre Dame has one problem. If they fall behind on the sticks, they can't do it because they don't have that home run, knockout, quick play, explosive offense. Notre Dame is a methodical team. And if Notre Dame gets to make the game go the way that Notre Dame makes it go, you're not going to beat them. But if you could jump ahead of them and pop them in the face early, then you can break their spirit and discourage them. And Ohio State, with them 2 touchdowns before the half and then get the ball right back, it was a wrap. It was a done deal. Because see, if you remember, Notre Dame took 13 fucking minutes on that first drive. They took the whole first quarter and made a drive. Now, if they would have been able to stick to that ball game and stick to that game plan, then we would have had a whole different ball game last night, and the score probably would have been 20-17. You feel me? But I explained to y'all that Ohio State has one of the best front fours. Their front four is immaculate. They got great linebackers, and their defenders are superb. Now, Notre Dame has the same on defense, but they're not as athletic as Ohio State. But then, one thing about Ohio State and Notre Dame is Ohio State has a bunch of guys that can knock the home run out the park. Notre Dame probably has 2. And they got their running back, Jeremiah Love. Both of them have running quarterbacks, which made it good because the quarterback position has changed. And I'm going to tell you who changed it. Randall Cunningham started the change, the scrambling quarterback. And Michael Vick perfected it. And now Lamar Jackson has took it to a whole different level. But we have seen how the game has progressed. Like Andrew Luck, my boy, he was a good running quarterback. When you got a quarterback that can move, that right there severely incapacitates the defense. Because now you have to have one guy who is assigned to that quarterback as a spy. And one thing about having a quarterback that has wheels on him, you have to have defensive discipline. You have to stay at home, because especially your defensive ends. Because if y'all get sucked in and then they're able to get the edge on you, then it's a big play. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you rush, you got to rush your front 3 straight up. Everybody stays in their rushing lanes. Because if you deviate from your rushing lane, it's a crease, it's a gap, and a running quarterback will make you pay for it. But like I explained to y'all, Notre Dame had a good chance. I told everybody before the playoffs started, I said it's going to be Ohio State versus Notre Dame in the national championship, because those are the 2 most complete teams in college football. Ohio State lost to Michigan and they lost to Oregon. But I told everybody that Oregon was going to get thrashed by Ohio State in the playoffs, and they did. Shout out to the national champions, Ohio State. But like I explained to y'all, when Ohio State got that touchdown, it was a quick play touchdown. But then it happened the way I said it. They got a stop, and they scored again. Now, Notre Dame, who took 13 minutes to make their first touchdown drive, they are behind the sticks. They have to score quickly. But then They get sacks, yards for loss, and penalties. With the offense like Notre Dame, you can't get behind on the sticks. You have to keep the drive going. When you have a miscue, that will kill your drive. And they killed 3 drives in Ohio State, scored and scored and scored, and Will Howard was amazing. The man hit his first 13. He was 13 for 13. And shout out to Smith, who ended the game with that 50-yard catch on 3rd and long. That was the monkey that broke the camel and the straw and everything's back. Y'all know what I mean. But it happened the way it happened. Notre Dame got behind and they had to go away from their game plan. Shout out to, I'm gonna do my shout outs in just a second, but they had to deviate from their game plan. When you a team that prides yourself on ball control, running and passing like that, you have to keep everything ahead of you. And when you get behind 2 scores, then that changes your whole ball game. And the game shouldn't even have been that close. But Chip Kelly and Ron and Todd Day, or whatever his coach for Ohio State, they did the shit that I hate that coaches do. I hate when coaches get up by a large margin and then want to go to that conservative ass play calling, that prevent defense, all that motherfucking bullshit where they sitting here doing some bullshit prevent. They running the damn ball. They're not trying to damn. Look, the same way that you got the lead is the same way you're supposed to keep it. I can't stand when the coaches get in the lead and then just start playing conservative. That's how Notre Dame was able to come back, because all they was doing was little bullshit run plays and then punting it back off, wasting the time. Look, stab a nigga in the guts. Put it in the damn and I appreciate what they did on that 3rd and long. They hit that Notre Dame came with a 0 blitz. That's when you send everybody but the cornerbacks and the safeties. And they was 1-on-1 with the freshman of the year. Offensive player of the year that was a freshman, Smith. And he made them pay. So shout out to everybody that put in the tickets and won a little money off of it. I'm glad I was able to help y'all. But like I said, I always give y'all, if you need something, any kind of picks on sports, basketball, football, whatever, just hit me on IG. We family, so I don't even charge y'all for that shit, I want us all to get that bread. But let's get this shit started, all right? Shout out to my brother, All Things, Big AMC FSG in the building. My man, Terrell Davis in the building. Peace and blessings to you, bro. Andy Gill, my guy. Long time no see. Peace and blessings to you, family. Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me real good? Can everybody hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. That's what I'm asking. Okay, y'all can hear me. Cool. All right. Shalom to my brother Rod Walker in the building. Peace and blessings. Tay D in the building. Salute, Big King. Peace and blessings to you. Milan, how you doing, family? Hope everything's well with your brother. Shout out to the General, Cal Coolit, on the road. On the road again. Chilling in the building. My man Desmond Johnson in the motherfucking his house. The beautiful 2 Cent motherfucking boxing. Drop your link. If y'all not subscribed to 2 Cent, I don't know what the fuck y'all thinking about, but you're missing out. This is 2 Cent in the building. 2 Cent boxing. And she will give you her 2 cents and turn that bitch into a dime. Do you hear me? Shout out to my nigga Big Block in the building. That 454 with the pipes. JTM in the building. Salute to your family. Hope everything's well with you. My brother Malik Taylor in the motherfucking his house. Antonio King. Peace and blessings, my brother. Hope all is well with you. My man Bronze Man in the building. Salute, family. Salute. Jado. In the building. Salute. So let's kick this shit off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go ahead and Picasso, sock passe, my brother. Hope everything's well with you. My nigga Picasso, he said this shit's like a work of art in this building. You feel me? But before I get started, I'm gonna go ahead and do my disclaimer. I always need 5 people to support the grind every day. You know what I'm saying? And my brother EB sweat a lot. Peace and blessings to you, my brother. And I appreciate the cash out. My man EB sweat a lot with the $2 holler, kicking it off. And like normally I wouldn't say, but one thing about it, I keep it too real, and they don't appreciate that, so they try to limit me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my videos don't even get the a lot of my videos don't even allow me to put a lot of my videos up because I don't know, bro. I don't know what the hell they got going on. But I ain't gonna trip because as long as I can go live with y'all, I'm good. I'm supposed to get my monetization back in the end of March. That'll be my 12-month suspension. I didn't know I had a year suspension. And they said after this, if I mess up again after the yearly suspension, then I'll be, disbarred. But it is what it is. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, and I still got the other page. My brother Harlem Hemp, salute, King. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you as well, Mr. Lee Jackson. I hope everything's well with you. I mean, you know what they say, you can't ban the snowman. So, Emmanuel Carter, what up, bro? Big Coach Nation in the building. Yeah, we're gonna be doing something a little special this year in the draft and in the trading portal, but we're gonna get right this year. Colts, we was just 2 players away, really. Really. Yeah. Yeah, can't ban the Zoe, man, you feel me? But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So that's why I ask y'all to support every day. You feel what I'm saying? Because and actually they actually took over $2,400 from me as well because we get paid on the 21st of every month. And they took away my monetization 2 days before the 21st, which was on the 19th. And it's fucked up because they don't even care that you've earned that money. Like, once they take away your monetization, and the fucked up shit about it, out of that 2,400. All right, can y'all hear me now? I just went ahead and came through on my on the cellular. But what I was saying is they sit there and box you in And then they make it, if you question it, they take away your money. That's when I had started telling people just to send me Cash App instead of Super Chats, because they see they're taking 3/4 of the money, but they know a lot of people. And see, I started talking about that. They mess up my sound. They mess up my sound. But I started doing it like that because, look, ain't no way y'all wasting y'all hard-earned money and these people taking it.
Come here.
But like I was saying, the way they do that, right? Oh, you can hear. I know y'all can hear me now because I switched over to my phone for a second while I'm redoing my computer. But the reason why they take the money like that is because they know a lot of people need the platform. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you got Lyft and like Uber and Lyft. Like them people supposed to be getting 60% on Uber and Lyft. But when I sat there and did it, like one dude gave me an Uber and the Uber costed like $56. And he asked me, he was like, how much did this cost? He was asking me, he said, if you don't mind, could you tell me how much was this trip? And I told him $56. The man he smashed his damn steering wheel. He was mad as hell. He's like, that's some fucked up shit. And I said, well, what's wrong? He was like, well, man, I'm only getting $26 for this trip. And I was like, whoa. Like on a $56 trip, the man was only getting $26. And see, the way they do it, a lot of people don't do math and they don't pay attention to what's really going on. But people be shitting the hell out of people out here. Like people with platforms, like these platforms and stuff, they be sitting there shitting the people and everything because they know that you need the platform and they provide that. And instead of giving them 50-50, they giving these people like 30%. And that's the same thing YouTube does. They do 26%. And it's crazy because a lot of people be like, well, okay, the percentage don't matter like that. It's just a couple of dollars. But if you think about this, say like you getting $10, right? And you only get 3 out of the 10 and they keeping 7. Because that's the way it broke down to. Every $10 super chat, I get $3 off of it, right? So let's just say you get 100 of them. You get 100 super chats. That's 7,000. While they get to keep, you get 3,000. So let's just say you get 1,000 of them, right? That's, well, I mean, that's 700 and 300. But if you get 1,000 of them, that's 7,000. That's 3,000. Just think if you get 10,000 super chats, 10,000 $10 super chats in a year. That's $70,000 that they getting while you only get 30. It's crazy though. But they know you need their platform. That's why they do that. But that's why I say I appreciate everybody that does look out. And I appreciate that. Like y'all keep it going until I get my other channel up and running. Like my other channel will probably be monetized within the next month or two. Because I'm trying to find this new program that let me do my videos better, because I'm trying to evolve as a content creator for y'all and make better videos. Like I know when I first started, I had them nigger rig videos, street nigga trying to do some stuff like that. It wasn't all that great, but I tried. You feel me? But to try is to fail. Actually, 2 cent, you get 30%. Go back and look at your super chats. Add up all your super chats, 2 cent, and see how much your revenue is. That's what I said. They trick us by saying, that's why I was explaining that shit to Fanon. Because at first Fanon was like, no, don't tell people to send Cash App. I want super chats more. But when me and Fanon sat there and talked, and I showed him the money and shit, and then he started pulling up all his shit and started doing calculations, because Martin is a very smart individual. And first off, math is my favorite subject. It's nothing you can tell me about math. You feel me? Math is the key to all things. So when I showed Martin, and he sat there and he actually did the mathematics and realized that they've done got him for over 50,000 in the last couple of years, and he's only received less than 20 something. Oh yeah, Martin was hot. He was hot. And that's why Martin started telling everybody to hit the Cash App instead of the damn super chats, because he realized that they're sitting here literally modern day slavery and taking everything that we're trying to get. Like, they don't want to let us have nothing. And it's crazy, but that's the way they do it. And shout out to the beautiful, the undisclosed beauty in the building. Alexandria, first name Key, last name Greatness. How you doing, Queen?
I'm good. How are you guys? Y'all okay?
Why I sound like your voice messed up? Why you sound like you've been yelling for the last couple of days?
I haven't been yelling. No, I still sound like that.
Yeah, you got like a little husky voice right now, like you trying to. Nah.
No. Anyway, bye. I don't even know why I even asked you that question. I knew you were taking me down a rabbit hole. Salute to y'all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I hope y'all having a great Tuesday. It is cold where I'm at. We
It's
are
cold
getting
everywhere.
hit by
Shit.
y'all. No, y'all cold. I would take y'all cold over our cold. It was in the
Me
negatives.
too. Well, it was 12 degrees today in North Carolina, and that's not supposed to be happening. Like 12 degrees, that's like negative, that's like absolute zero to us. Like, this is the type of weather where don't nothing move. Like, all things stop. Like, everybody hold what you got. That's the type of shit this shit is. And it is crazy.
Well, today we are at 1 degrees right now. So praise the Lord.
You said
Praise the
1 degree?
Yes, we're at 1 degrees right now. So yep. And I think we're gonna get down.
Snowing in Florida.
I think we're gonna get to -3 tonight again.
Ooh, ooh.
Um, Shout out to
This
my
cuffing,
people. Uh-huh.
this cuffing season right here. This when you get your old big block and snuggle.
Oh
This
my
big
God.
block season, right? I'm just saying, this is big girl season right here. Get you a good one now. If you ain't got you a big girl, you missing out right now. This big girl season right here. This big girl season. Shout out to my brother Marquis, big AMCFSG in the building.
Yeah, it is super cold outside. Happy. But salute to everyone. I hope y'all having a great Tuesday. I don't know what Upper be doing with his devices. Hey Milan. Um, is it echoing? I feel like I'm hearing an echo.
That was me. I had to switch out devices.
Okay. Um, and congratulations are in order to Ohio. Ohio are the champions. They won yesterday in a spectacular fashion, I would say. 34-20. To what's his name? Creole. So Upper was going for Ohio. So Ohio was going to win, and that's exactly what happened. So shout out to Ohio State.
No, Key, that's not what I said. I said it was gonna beat the shit out the boys.
I don't think it was like a beating though.
Key, it was 31-7.
I know, but they got it
It
all
was
the way up
31
to
to
23 though. They tried to come back.
But guess what, Key? When you
You went out, Upper.
get beat 31-7, ask
Mhm.
anybody that's in here. I said, ask anybody in here when you on them sticks. You get beat 21, you gotta pass them sticks. It's called house rules. You've been skunked. And when they stopped playing the game, really, they started just handing the ball off. They wasn't even playing no more. They went to prevent defense, and that means we just gonna stop. We just gonna do this until the game over with. And then it was over. 31-7 was diabolical.
Yeah, it was, but can't win them all. So let's see what they got planned for next year. I'm
Hey, best
excited.
friend, did you see them Notre Dame fans how sick they was? But like, I'm gonna tell you what made it even worse. When
I
Notre
knew.
Dame,
Can you guys hear me?
yeah, can you hear me?
Am I good?
Yeah, can you hear me, Key? Hello. I think she can't hear me. Can you not hear me, Key?
I can hear you.
You know what made it worse though, Key? When they
What?
came all the way back, it was down by 8, right? And it was
Mhm.
third down. Shit. Hold on.
Mute. Thank you. Woo, well, while Upper get his stuff, they got cooked. Yeah, they did. You there now, Upper?
Yeah, I'm here now. But you know
Okay.
what made it so you made know what made it so worse though, Key? When they came all the way back and it was third down and 11, and all they needed was to get one stop to get the ball back. And they came with that zero blitz. They came with that zero blitz. Smith caught that 50-yard pass on damn third and 11. That is what cooked the damn game. And I was sitting there like, it's over. Like it was over then, Key. And you could see the fans look like they wanted to cry. They look like somebody done shot they monkey. It was over with. And I was just like, wow. That's how you rub it in somebody's face. That's how you take somebody's soul right there. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I definitely enjoyed the game. You know what? And I want to give a big shout out to the Ohio fans, man. They were there hours before the game even started, and they're all Ohio. That red and white attire. One of the outfits was super raw. What she did, like she looks super clean. But shout out to Ohio. I can't wait to see what they do. On the off season. You know what I'm saying? We got all these new players coming in. But speaking of, I have an NFL rumor. I hear that the Ravens are trying to acquire Tariq Hill. So I thought that was interesting. I'm like, how would that work when they got when they got King Henry right there? That's interesting to me. I'm gonna keep my
That's
eye on.
good because one of them is a running back, and the other's a receiver.
I
Tyreek
know, but
Hill is this.
I wonder how like I guess that will open up more of their offense. That would, you know
Yes,
what? If they
it
were,
would be you know what it'd be able to do, Key?
yes,
It'd
upper.
be able to make it easy for Derrick Henry to run because when you got somebody like Tyreek Hill, who is a game breaker, a game changer, you have to account for that man at all times. So if they put him in the slot or if they put him at wide, that's going to spread open the offense where you can't keep it bunched. So now you got less people on that line for Derrick Henry. And without a lot of people on that line, Derrick Henry get to impose his will because that's a big boy. Especially when he started coming downhill running, it's over with. And shout out to my man Teach in the building and my man Justin Hawkins. Hawk 'em down, Hawkins. What's up, brother? Peace and blessings.
Well, anyway, so yeah, but let's get to this boxing talk. Shout out to the Ravens if that rumor is true. I'm excited to see it and see how that would improve everything on their offense. Definitely. So let's kick this off. Let's get with the housekeeping first. Keith Thurman. I told y'all that Keith was returning back. He is no longer injured. We can take Keith off of our injury reserve. He's returning to fight Brock Jarvis in Australia on March 12th. So shout out to Keith Thurman. I think that
Say what?
what?
What did you just say again? It went out. I couldn't hear you.
I said, oh, can you guys hear me now?
I think it was just on my shit. I couldn't hear you. No, all I heard was Keith Thurman, March 12th. What did you say?
I said that Keith Thurman is returning March 12th. He's officially off of our injury list, my injury list, and he's returning to fight Brock Jarvis. Brock Jarvis is 22-1 with 20 KOs. He's been knocked out one time. That knockout, the knockout came from Liam Perro. Perro's the one that knocked.
Ooh.
Um,
Ooh.
absolutely. I'm hearing that it's going to be scheduled for 10 rounds. I'm not
What
sure.
weight class are they fighting at?
I'm not sure yet.
Because if I'm not mistaken, Paro is a 140 fighter and a champion.
Was champion. He got
Africa.
exactly. Yes, but I'm hearing that uh it could be at welterweight. I would assume 147. I would assume that. So Keith Thurman will be returning in March in Sydney, Australia. I was hoping my girl Cassandra would say, y'all know she don't play about Keith, to give her the wonderful news. Hey, Ron. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Salute on Reptiles page. Welcome. Justin, I hope you're having a good day at work. Hey, Tay. Salute King. All Things Teach, Harlem, Picasso, Marquis. How y'all doing? Terrell, the beautiful Queen, 2 Cents, Milan. Salute to everybody. If I didn't say hi to you, don't worry. As you comment, I got you. Shout out to our people that are at work and can't speak right now. EB Sweat a Lot, D1, Cash Crypto. Salute to those kings. All right, so
Salute to John's reptile page. Salute, John. There might be a few things I want to talk to you about anyway, sir, after this show, if that's okay with you. If you're very knowledgeable on reptiles, because I'm building like an ecosystem for my reptiles, and I'll talk to you about it later, sir, if you don't mind.
absolutely. Okay. Yep. Shout out to John. So, okay. Anyway, so let's get this started. So, Keith, upper, I think it'd be better if you took off that other device because I don't know if the chat can hear. Hey, Courtney.
You said still an echo?
Can y'all, or is it just my device? I just want to make
Because
sure.
yours keep breaking up on my end anyway. Courtney Thompson, salute, King.
Let me see. Okay. How do I sound now? Is that okay?
Yeah, you sound decent.
Okay, so let's get this going. All right, so that's the first thing that's up is the Keith Thurman return March 12th. I'll keep a lookout for that card. Another fight that will be if you are in Mexico, Cancun to be exact. Tevin Farmer will be taking on William Zepeda Part 2. All right, in March. And the catch weight will be at the rehydration limit is 148.5 per the WBC. I see that they are really getting down on these weights now. Interesting.
Oh. You said the rehydration is what?
A 148.5 rehydration.
Okay, 13 and a half. Okay. 13 and a half. Okay, that's cool.
Yes. So if you are going to be in Mexico or you live in Mexico, be looking out for that Tevin Farmer versus William Zepeda fight. That's going to be a big fight down there. Why is there a rematch? Because Tevin Farmer wanted it. And Key, my dog ate my homework. Lord Jesus, Courtney being messy. Because Tevin Farmer wanted a rematch. He felt like he won that fight. And Oscar De La Hoya said, okay. So it's going to be a rematch. They cannot come in weighing more than 148.5. That is rehydration clause limits. Also, speaking of another rematch, Edgar Berlanga, after his fight in Puerto Rico that's coming up in either March or April, Edgar Berlanga has officially called out William Skull for his IBF champion. Now we know what that means now. We know what that means. I told y'all Berlanga is really trying to get in position to fight Canelo. I told y'all that.
Well, you know something? I respect that right there. Now, see, that right there is respect right there, because instead of you sitting there calling for Canelo with nothing to offer, you did exactly what you should have did, which is take away the avenue. You know, Canelo wants to be undisputed again. You take William Skull. Now, Canelo, you have a belt. Now you have a reason for Canelo to fight you. Now, I can't say nothing about all that bullshit that Berlanga do, but that right there is probably one of the most realest things that he has done right there, and I have to tip my hat to that. Shout out to my brother, phenomenal show in the building. My man Tay D in the building. So I respect that right there. I don't have nothing bad to say about that. And that right there is a good move. Now I can respect you doing that. Like, damn, all that other shit, you was looking like a thirsty ass female. Like that shit was crazy. Or like a thirsty ass nigga. Like you was thirsty, dog. You was thirsty. Now this right here, now you doing something. Now go out there and if William Skull fights you, I really don't think. Well, William got the belt, but don't hold up. I thought somebody already had dibs on William Skull before this, though. If I'm not mistaken.
It was supposed to be a rematch for the IBF with the person he fought prior because he was people for upset. Not an upset, but
Draw.
no, they felt like the other guy had won. Supposed to rematch him, but it looks like he is in Canelo's eyesight and now Edgar Berlanga's eyesight. So I'll follow the story very closely to see who's gonna get him. Hey, Phenomenal. Hey, Desmond. How Devin is on right. Oh, we finna get there. Hey, Andy. T. Orlando. I was gonna send the dogs after you, sir. Where you been?
Shout out to my brother T. Rolando. T. Rolando ain't seen in a minute, my brother. I hope all is well with you in your practice, my brother. Peace and blessings for you, bro. Yep, they was in their boxers on T. Orlando. 2 men in the boxes. Busy. In the building, salute. Richie L, what's good with you, King? Peace and blessings. And also, while we in here getting started, can I get 4 people to represent for the channel in the Cash App or the PayPal? Let's get this out the way early, people. I just need 4 more people to support behind my brother EB Sweat a Lot and his support. Appreciate each and every one of y'all as well. That's a good thing right there, though, Key. I like that.
Absolutely. So let's see what they do. William Scolas and a couple of fighters have it in the ring with them. So I'll keep my eye on this.
You know what? And
Hey, Richie.
that's a fucked up feeling to be right there, Key. When everybody looking at you as free lunch. That's the way Cambosos was when he got that undisputed. Everybody was looking. Well, he wasn't undisputed, but that's the way Cambosos was when he had all them belts. Everybody looking at this nigga like, oh, nigga, you free lunch. And you know that shows the state of boxing when they see like a weak link like that. You see how they be trying to go after the weak link like that, right? Boxing Magic, salute, man. Long time no see, Mexican side. But it's funny how they don't come out the tank or somebody like that. But when you see somebody like a William Skull or somebody or George Cambosos, them motherfuckers be trying to knock the dough down to try to get that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, Keith?
Absolutely. So let's see how this definitely go because I'm curious. Speaking of champion, Ajit Caballero has came out and said that his goal this year is to become heavyweight champion since Max Schmeling in 1932. I didn't know German ain't had no champion since then. 32.
That is crazy. I thought, man, I've been thinking that these people was German. Some of the people was German, but I forgot they Russian. And Ukrainian is part of Russia anyway, so you know.
Yeah, but you know what though? I believe him. I think that out of anybody, Ajit could possibly be. He has a very strong. He's a very strong candidate to be the next champion.
Oh yeah, he will. He will if he can get Usyk or somebody like that. If he can get in the ring with Usyk, he can give Usyk that body work. We know how Usyk is to body work.
Right. Yes. And speaking of work, congratulations are in order to David Benavidez and David Morrell. It looks like they're on track to have a $7 to $8 million pay-per-view gate. So that is crazy with the amount of tickets that they had. and these spike in ticket sales this past, I told you guys about that within the past week, tremendous spike. So it could be worth between 7 to 8 million. This is coming from with David Benavidez's last fight. Barely broke, I think, 3 million at the live gate, and David Morrell has been fighting at the Minnesota Armory and other places. Not really big events like that besides the Tank Davis fight. So are definitely solidifying their cash cowness at 175. Okay, so and y'all know the victor gets the spoils. So whoever win this will be positioning himself to be that man at 175. Congratulations to both Davids, man. Excellent job.
Hey, question, right? The way the contract is set up, right? Is there an immediate is there an immediate rematch, or do the winner get to go for undisputed with Beterbiev? Like, how's that set up? I never even thought about that. Because don't Bivol have a rematch with Beterbiev?
Yeah, that's February 22nd. Now, I'm not sure if the Battle of the King Davids is going to have one. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, shalom to my brother, Mr. Altruistic, in the building. Salute, King. I hope everything is blessed with you. All praise to the Most High, my brother. Yeah, that shit kind of
Absolutely.
crazy.
Hey, Mr. Altruistic. And then last up on the housekeeping, it looks like okay. I got a problem with Rafael Espinosa. So we know that he beat Robeisy back to back. But now Espinosa wants to fight Nick Ball. Could you imagine that fight when Espinosa being about 6'1" versus Nick Ball, who's about 5'4" ish, 5'3"? He wants all the smoke. How do y'all like, who do y'all think will win this fight? Nick Ball versus Rafael Espinosa. Basically, I don't want to do that because that's not politically correct. I want to say those words, but how do y'all think that will turn out?
I got motherfucking Espinosa balling that nigga up and rolling a strike. And I don't. Yeah, I mean, you a champion. You a champion. You got a belt. You got to fight for that bad boy. Like, I don't think Nick Ball has this. Oh my God, man! Nick Ball is about to have a reach put on his ass. This about to be built the ass. What the fuck? Because if I'm not mistaken, Espinosa's over 6 foot with like a 74-inch reach. And I think Nick Ball is like 5'1", 5'2", with like a 55-inch reach. Like, his reach is just as long as Antoine Russell. Man, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be like Ryan versus a Pitbull or some shit. Like, because
Don't laugh.
no, I'm laughing because Espinosa got power, and so this nigga's gonna have to navigate landmines to get in there. Like, he's gonna get pounded, man. Damn, this man is about to get bombs dropped on him from Baghdad. Bombs over Baghdad. Like, he's about to feel some. Hey, salute if he accepts it.
Turki has come out and said that he wants to make Nick Ball versus Inoue. I'm like, okay, why? Why? Nobody asked for that fight. I don't know, but be looking for those 3 names, y'all. It looks like Turki would like to, if not this year, possibly next year, Inoue versus Nick Ball. I guess I'm not sure where he's leading with that. I don't understand it. But last up on the let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show, y'all.
Hold on one second, Keith. I understand that, Teach, but Ray Vargas and Espinosa are 2 different fighters. First off, Ray Vargas doesn't have the skills as an Espinosa, or the power, or the reach, or the distance, or the IQ. Like, Ray Vargas, if Ray Vargas gets in the ring with Espinosa, he'll probably get beat on too. Like, Espinosa can put his hand on Nick Ball's head while Nick Ball's swinging, and he gonna be swinging that air like, phew. Remember them shits, Key? How they used to do that shit?
Yeah. Shout out to Nick Ball. My short people got to stick together. I'm gonna support him if he do it. I'm saying Nick Ball, don't do it, bro. Please don't. Lord Jesus.
So are you authorizing that duck?
Yes, I am. That is an authorized duck, Nick Ball. Don't do it. Do not do it, Nick. Please.
I really don't even like. I really don't even like.
That's gonna look like a bully beating up a.
That's what I'm about to say. I really don't even like this fight setup because he has the power. I see if Nick Ball had more power than Espinosa, then yeah, cool. Like then he has like a counteract, but Espinosa hits hard. Ask Robisi, this nigga hit hard. He got the distance. Exactly, TD. Ray Vargas and Espinosa are not the same.
Oh God, I don't like it, but Nick, do what you gotta do. Just do what you gotta do, Nick. Please.
Just make sure you get a paycheck, Nick. Make sure you get a paycheck.
Exactly. Make them pay you for that fight.
Teach. You keep sitting there saying Nick Ball and all, bruh. Ray Vargas and motherfucking. Okay, it's okay when you fight a tall person, but Ray Vargas and Espinosa are two different. Okay, let me do it to you this way, right? You got motherfucking Dominic Brazil. He's a tall person, and he's a tall fighter with reach. Then you got Lennox Lewis. You got Lennox Lewis. Are you saying that Dominic Brazil and Lennox Lewis, because they both talls, will do the same thing to Mike Tyson? No. Exact. World Combat Sports. How you doing, my brother? Hope everything is well with you, bro. Kawhi Elliott in the building. Exactly, TD. Ray Vargas doesn't have power. And Ray Vargas is kind of stationary. Motherfucking Espinosa about to take the emergency brake off, and he's about to roll over top of this nigga, dog. Espinosa do not care about what you throwing at him. And my brother Kawhi Elliott in the building. Salute, King. Salute. And like I said before, I still need 4 people to support. Either Cash App or PayPal. Keep the channel going. I would appreciate it. But yeah, teach. I mean, I feel what you're doing. But you be making the craziest fucking comparisons, dog. Like, okay, that's like comparison with Manute Bol and Shaquille O'Neal, dog. Like, Manute Bol was taller than Shaquille, but Shaquille was way more. Well, Manute Bol averaged 4 points a game. Shaq averaged 30. You see the difference? All right, go ahead, best friend.
Yes. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that. Now let's get into meat and potatoes. Mike Tyson made some waves. Who was on the Tell It Like It Is with Cameron and Mace. It Is What It Is podcast. My apologies. I want to make sure I get that right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the question came up about Bud and the Canelo. And Mike Tyson said, I don't like that fight. Too much weight for Crawford. He had with the last guy he fought because shouldn't even fought that. He shouldn't have even fought that guy. What do y'all feel? Some people feel as though Mike Tyson is hating on Bud Crawford chasing greatness. And doubting. So what say y'all?
I mean, I like the fact that motherfuckers is keeping it trill business because Amir Khan also said something. Amir Khan sat there, Amir Khan fought Terrence and Canelo. Amir Khan said he's going to cheer for his buddy Bud, but he said it's a reason why they have weight classes. And he said he doesn't know how Bud can win that. He said Canelo is a different animal in that ring. He said Canelo's power is what's going to separate him and Bud. But he said he hopes Bud wins because he said he hoped Bud does well because Bud's his friend. But, he said if he had to say, he said Canelo by stoppage. And this is Amir Khan in the camp. But see, I hate when people say that you're hating because you speak the truth. Like, there is a reason why they do have weight classes. And you got to realize Bud's coming. Bud is a 135 pounder, people. Like, that's where he started his fighting career at. Like, I know people transcend different weight classes, but 147 was Bud Crawford's premium weight. Like, that was the perfect weight for his body, where he had his power, he had his speed. He showed you by stopping everybody. Like, that was his premier weight. It don't get no better than that. As you get higher in weight, then you see the results will go down. Like Roy Jones, his premium weight was either 168 or 160, because like at 154, Roy was destroying shit. At 160, he was destroying it. He had his speed and his power. At 168, he still was busting ass, but not so much. But when he got to 175, like his 90-some% knockout rating went down to 50%. Like, he got Virgil Hill with the motherfucking body shot, but Roy wasn't knocking shit out at 175, because, you know, that's a 21-pound leap from 154 to 175. Like, when you're fighting against naturally big people, like when you fight naturally bigger people, like, you know, they say the bigger they is, the harder they fall, and also the harder they hit. And, you know, if you ever fought against a bigger person, bigger people can take more punishment because of their body, their core. Like, they're able to absorb more punishment because naturally they're carrying more weight. So you have to put more weight in behind the punches to affect the bigger person. Not normally. Now, there are some outliers, but I'm going with the fact that the bigger it is, the harder it is to beat somebody that's bigger than you. That's why. And like I said, Jamel Charlo is a harder puncher than Bud, and he's a bigger guy than Bud. Jamel Charlo is almost 6 feet tall, and you see he rehydrated. He was over 170, but Jamel was catching Canelo clean, and Canelo was just like, little nigga, I'm gonna put my hands down, and I'm gonna show you, like, Canelo. What Canelo did to Bud, he broke his spirit. Like, he was like, nigga, I'm not even gonna defend your shots. I'm gonna let you do what you want to do, and here, hold this. He made Jamel sit his ass down for a minute, or he was gonna go to sleep. He gave Jamel a little taste. He didn't even give him a full shot. He gave him a taste. You know what I'm saying? He gave him a taste of what the big boys is like. And one thing about Canelo, Bud is not gonna hurt Canelo. I'm gonna just say that now. Canelo has taken shots from Triple G. He has taken shots from Danny Jacob. He has taken shots from Sergey Kovalev. The man Canelo has been in there with the biggest punchers of his time. And we've never seen Canelo hit the dirt. We've never seen Canelo. Canelo's a tank-headed motherfucker, dog. And he's going to come forward. And yes, Bud has if we say who is the more superior boxer, I would go with Bud Crawford. But Canelo ain't no slouch. Like, ever since he lost to Floyd Mayweather, Canelo's whole style has changed. Canelo can box. People don't realize that because Canelo just bulldozes his opponents. But Canelo Alvarez can box. And, like, one thing about it with Canelo, not only does he beat you, he hurts you. Like, Smith. Smith was sitting there blocking. Canelo destroyed this nigga's arms, people. Like, while he was blocking, Canelo ripped and tore through this nigga's biceps. Billy Joe Saunders is a hell of a defensive fighter that had good footwork. Canelo broke his orbital. Dimitri Bivol, a bigger fighter. Canelo had his shit swole up. Like, come on, bud. And one thing about it, Canelo can cut off the ring. Ask Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant was just like a shark circling. Or matter of fact, like a pack of orcas. And Caleb couldn't go nowhere. Like, Canelo hawked him down. He had him in position, and then he ate. And we've seen what Exactly. TD, Joey Spencer. You know, Joey Spencer versus Jesus Ramos. Like when your opponent just sits there and let you get your shit off, and you see you hit this motherfucker with your best shot, and he just grins at you and drops his hands. Like that's discouraging for a fighter, and that's what's gonna happen. And like Bud, like I said, Bud is a great fighter. I can't take that away from him. One of the greats in our era, Mr. M. Pride, salute. DC Sanchez, salute. But this the fucked up shit about it. When Canelo beats Bud, he's not gonna get no credit. They're gonna say, oh, he came up from 3 weight classes. But what people ain't gonna realize is how Bud stalked this man and how he was sitting there calling this man out while Canelo was minding his business. Bud was trying to get this payday. And Jamel showed us what happens when a smaller guy comes to fight Canelo. Amir Khan showed us. Like, it's not going to be pretty. It's not. And all I'm just going to say is, I don't want to hear none of the bullshit when Terrence Crawford gets knocked the fuck out. I want you to be like, damn. Upper told us what's going to happen. Now, like I said, he was having problems with Madrimov. Canelo is faster than Madrimov, and he's bigger and stronger than Madrimov. Right? You got to realize Bud was put down by Mean Machine. He was rocked by Gamboa. Canelo hits harder than all those right there, Key. I'm just saying, like, Bud, I understand, but you ain't even giving your body a chance enough to make the muscle to move up that fast. You was just a 147-pound fighter, like a year ago. Like, it takes a year to put on 8 pounds of solid muscle, or 6 to 8 pounds of solid muscle. But you trying to go up 21 pounds, bro. I'm just saying, good luck. Because you know you're my brother and everything, you know, Israelite brother, but bro, you about to get a rude awakening. That's all I can tell you. And then all these people that are damn fly-by-night fans who don't really know shit about boxing, they're gonna see why weight classes are for a reason. And salute the champion in the building. I understand that, T. Rolando, but so is Canelo. Canelo is clambuterol up.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of, since we're on the topic, hi Champy, hi DZ, hey, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hey Bronze Man. Speaking of Canelo and Bud, while we're on the topic, Mr. Price, salute King. So Canelo's manager came out and said that basically they are waiting on Turki. They are waiting on Turki because what was said in the negotiations is what they meant. Okay, I'm making, I'm being dramatic with it, but basically, they waiting for Turki to approve those stipulations. All right. So let's see how this go. Like I told you guys, it is being reported that this deal could possibly be worth over 9 figures. Okay, that's what they're out here in these streets saying. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Can I say something?
But Canelo just said it 1,000 times. He wanted what he wanted with his money, and y'all keep saying that Turki got all this money to throw around. Hey, let's see how this go. But Canelo means it. So Eddie Reynoso basically said that they are waiting for Turki to deliver on what they promised before any fight be announced or before he signed his name to any signature that he'll fight Bud Crawford. So let's see how this goes. I'm also hearing whispers that it could potentially be a PBC card and that Turki would be the one funding it. I'm not sure how accurate that is. If there's going to be a PBC, how this is going to get worked out. But one thing's for sure and 2 things for certain. Canelo said that they are not signing nothing until Turki pay what he owe. In the words of Riley, okay? You're going to pay what you owe. You're going to pay me what you owe.
All right.
Hey,
And
chat.
and shout out to my brother Brian the King Falcone in the building. And shout out to Juice Lee. Shout out to my brother Slogan One in the building. And Juice Lee, you sit there and say if they wanted Spence to fight Canelo, so you okay with Bud fighting Canelo? Well, one thing I can explain to you, Juice Lee, like I said, Bud Crawford started from 135, Juice Lee. Earl Spence started from 155. That's a 20-pound differential. When Earl Spence had to fight Mikey Garcia and Sean Porter, Earl Spence was over 190 pounds and he had to cut weight as a fat count. Floyd Mayweather has been told y'all that Earl Spence should be fighting at 160 or 168. So Earl and Bud have two different punching powers, Juice Lee. And one thing people don't realize, for Earl to cut all that weight to make 147, Earl loses over 50% of his power doing that. That's why Earl always said 50% of me is better than 100% of these guys right here. In sparring, Earl Spence has beat the hell out of Rockman Jr. Earl fights light heavyweights in sparring. Earl is a big guy, Juice Lee. You can't compare Earl and Bud. Yes, Earl got beat by Bud, but Earl was incomplete first. And secondly, Earl has to cut weight. So he's going to be weaker. Just like when you had awesome Chad Dawson, who had to cut weight to come down to fight Andre Ward. If Andre Ward would have fought Chad Dawson at 175, Chad Dawson would have beat the shit out of Ward. And I'm just saying, he would have beat the shit out of Ward. That was awesome Chad Dawson. So you got to realize, Earl Spence is a bigger guy than Bud. He's stronger than Bud. Like, I wouldn't say he's stronger than him, but his body is built differently from Bud. So it's built to withstand Canelo. Earl and Canelo has the same dimensions, basically. But Earl's a little bit bigger. Earl is a big, young, strong country boy. And Bud is not. Bud is 135 pounds. So Earl fighting Canelo is completely different than Bud fighting Canelo, especially Earl was in his prime. And shout out to my brother, Mr. Altruistic, in the Cash App with the $10 holler. And now I only need 3 more people to support the grind for the day. Can I get 3 people to keep this good boxing talk going in the grind? I need 3 people. And Dr. Key, can you give me like 5 minutes? I got to do something real quick. If that's
Okay. Hey, Dondre. Good to see you, King. Hey, Brian, you are crazy. Upper, can you any
I'm about to. That's why I said give me a second.
I got you. But in all seriousness, I get why he campaigned at 147 this month. More money there. Got you, Juice Lee. Well, I'm gonna keep my eye on this. It is not signed yet. Per Canelo's team, he is waiting for his money, basically making sure everything is what it is. All right. So let's see how this go. And for people that was saying that it should be on a DAZN card, I disagree, because Canelo pay-per-views wasn't hitting like that when he was on DAZN, in my opinion, or his gate and everything. I think that PBC will have the platform.
You know why, best friend?
Wait, Upper, let me get this out real quick.
Okay.
I think that PBC does have the platform to make this fight happen. As far as, the pay-per-view, being able to market it up, being able to market is like the most important thing, because like I told you guys before, when this fight was announced, it did not make the splash that I felt as though it should, because at the end of the day, it is a big fight, but it really didn't. But we know that Canelo fans are going to show up. That's one thing you cannot deny. They showed up for Belinga, hell. Okay, they had watch parties in New York. Okay, that was broadcasted.
You know why though, best friend?
What?
Because
Yes.
first off, they don't see this as a competitive fight, really. Like real boxing fans, not these casuals, but real boxing fans know that this fight is not competitive. But I'm glad that they're making this fight just so the buttercups They can go ahead and see what's going on. But Canelo and Triple G did over 1 million, like 1.3 pay-per-view buys on the zone, right? They did like 1.3 Canelo and Triple G Part 2. Do you know how much Canelo got off of that key? Canelo Alvarez, Oscar pay. It was either Oscar. One of them only gave Canelo. Canelo said he only got like $26 million for a $1.3 million fight key. I mean, a 1.3 million pay-per-view fight. And Canelo makes more than that with the PBC just off, like hell. Canelo and Charlo did 700,000, right? Canelo walked away with over 20. I mean, with over almost $50 million. Him and Charlo did 710,000 pay-per-views. I think, matter of fact, Canelo had a 30 million up front, and I think they said he walked away with 35 on the back end. You hear me? Because he had over a $20 million gate. They did over 700,000 pay-per-views at $80. That's $56 million, Steve. So that's a $76 million just off the gate in the pay-per-views. And Canelo walked away with 65 million. That left 11 million for Charlo, not including the promotions, the concession stands, the logos and all that shit. They get paid between 2.5 to 5 million. So he made triple what he made at the zone and did it off of half the numbers. So he made 300% more with 50% less. If that's not crazy mathematics, what is, best friend? But yeah, let me do what I had to do real quick.
Bug gonna go out like Martin versus y'all. Come on, salute Andy. How you doing, King? Yes. So I pray that they keep this on Prime on PBC, this fight. Because I think they're gonna do their due justice and or their just due. Shout out to our homie Just Do. And not to mention, I just gotta put this out there, not to mention, I am concerned, especially how they did not promote the Beterbiev and Bivol fight like they should have, and all of the crazy antics that they did. They put one part on pay-per-view, the other part wasn't. It was just too much confusion. So, and with all the confusion that Turkey is having right now with all these upcoming cards now, I think you should leave that into PBC hands. Let's do that because they have a winning formula with Canelo. Not to mention Canelo does have that deal with the Mexican. It's like a Mexican broadcaster out there. He does have the deal where his people of Mexico can watch his fights. So that's also for free. So that's very important because he just re-signed that deal last year in May. So I want that to continue on now. And I'm sure that Canelo wants that to continue on. So let's see where they decide to go. If you're gonna have a Bud versus Canelo fight, let it be on PBC. That's all I gotta say. Lord, y'all be nice. Anyway, so next up, next up on our meat and potatoes of the show, there has been a lot of changes. I was very surprised at this. So we will no longer get the Pitbull versus Ryan Garcia fight. Again, I was told it was supposed to be Tio. I don't know what happened. Now all of a sudden, Tio is in negotiations to fight Africa. I can't confirm that. So he's going to fight Africa. Pitbull Cruz, which we had talked about yesterday, I thought it was very interesting that Pitbull was going to fight at 140 on the Morel and Benavidez undercard, and then within a matter of 2 months was going to have to move to 144 to fight Ryan Garcia. I felt like that was a recipe, a disaster way that fight. And I felt like people should have really been talking about that portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Well, Pitbull Cruz team has officially pulled out of that fight with Ryan Garcia. And instead, we're going to get Rolly Romero. Now, I blame Rolly for this. I blame Rolly because if Rolly would have fought Devin, would have fought Ryan Garcia last year like he was supposed to, we wouldn't have gotten a massacre on April 20th between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. So I got to put this on Rolly now. Now, Rolly and Ryan Garcia are set to headline this fight on a Friday, and it's supposed to be in New York City. That's what the rumor is, that is going to be in New York City on a Friday night. I'm thinking May 2nd. That's what I heard. I cannot, but just be looking out for the date. I'm hearing that it's on a Friday, May 2nd. All right. Now, exactly. So Rolly Romero, what I will say, because this fight has gotten mixed reviews, which we will get into with Tank Legacy in question. But the positive note is that one thing I do know, Rolly, y'all can say what y'all want, but Rolly is hilarious. Rolly know how to sell a fight now. And I feel as though this is going to be a very hilarious build-up between Rolly and Ryan Garcia. Now, the two, I've heard two conflicting reports as to why Pitbull declined this fight. The first conflicting report I heard was that it was about money, right? That's the first thing, that they could not settle on a price range for Pitbull Cruz to fight on February 1st and then move up a weight class to fight Ryan Garcia. Because 147, we're going to stop this, all right? That's a 147 fight. It's just 144 on paper. So that's the first one. The second rumor that I heard whisper was that that Pitbull Cruz was not happy with being in a tying his name down to a fight when he already has one lined up, which is only a few days away. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to pretty much focus on the fight that he has with Ferrero on the 1st, rather than think all the way until May with Ryan Garcia. So however you guys want to slice and dice it, that's what I heard. That's what, you know what I'm saying, I've been hearing about why they couldn't, come up with this. Me, my opinion, my stance, I feel as though Pitbull Cruz would have been a better opponent. Not to mention Pitbull Cruz, y'all can say what y'all want, but this man got a following. I don't know what it is. I mean, he still got fans that saying that he was robbed against El Rayo, even though at least I saw different. I felt as though Rayo did pull that fight out. But Pitbull Cruz got this cult-like following, especially with the Hispanic Mexican community. All right. I felt like that would have been a good sell point for this card. Now, I'm hearing the opposition now, because this is the Ryan Garcia's card, and Devin Haney will officially be on the undercard. So a lot of people are upset with this, and some people are happy about it. Some people are still, upset that Ryan Garcia said those racial and misogynistic things during his rant last year. They feel as though Devin should, be on the as the main event, or that Devin should have his separate events. Is that, what, whether he intentional or not intentional, why is he headlining? And then I'm also hearing that it's a trash card. Nobody asked for Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, Devin Haney versus Ramirez, and now the next up is Bacoli versus Efe Ajaba, which we got to get to Bacoli because he is being surrounded with a lot of controversy right now, y'all, and it's really serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, what he is alleged to have done, which I'm gonna get into, is very, very serious. So those are all the things, like, people, it's basically gotten a mixed review. You know what I'm saying? Like, people do not feel as though this card is the cat's meow, as you would say. Not to mention, the order of pecking. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia as the main, Devin Haney as the co-main. Will they try to sell this garden if it's in New York? Where could they sell this fight? I would prefer a West Coast fight. That's just me speaking. Or even a Texas fight, because with Jose Ramirez, and with Devin, put those in this, or a California or something like that. I'm not sure about the New York. I don't know if I agree with it being in New York. Now, as far as that goes, and if he should be the co-main or the main, I told y'all this last year when Devin lost that fight, even though it's a no contest, the performance that he put on, it lost a lot. You know what I'm saying? They lost a lot behind that fight. And one of those things is clout. One of those things is a rise in popularity. One thing about it, Ryan Garcia, um, for care for Ryan, y'all know that due to his rhetoric actions, Ryan Garcia is still more financially sellable than Devin Haney right now. Devin has the opportunity to turn that all around by putting on a spectacular performance with Jose Ramirez and then winning the fight against Ryan Garcia in Saudi Arabia in October, if we're to believe Turkey, right? But I get why they did that. Now, in a perfect world, to be honest, I would have F.A. Ajaba versus Bacoli as the main. That's a good fight, in my opinion. That's a banger. Or even a co-main and, rearrange the card another type of way. There are going to announce a couple of more cards on there. Be looking for, I wouldn't be surprised if they put that one fighter, I think his name is Amari Jones, on that undercard. Don't be surprised because it appears that this is being spearheaded by Golden Boy. So don't be surprised if we see some Golden Boy fighters on there. If we even see the return of Barboza on that card, somebody, you know what I'm saying, that we've seen in the past on Golden Boy cards. Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me now? Phenomenal. Ashley, am I good? Am I good, you guys? Am I good? Y'all talk to me. Is my microphone good? Is it good now? Upper, can y'all hear me? Akilo, Brian. Okay, no? Surprised if we don't, you know what I'm saying, we see those people on that undercard. A lot of people are not it's getting mixed reviews. This card is getting mixed reviews, but okay. This card, basically, what I'm trying to say, sum it up, this card is getting mixed reviews. Some people are not happy that Devin Haney is on the undercard as the co-main. Some people feel as though Devin should be the main. But Ryan Garcia, as far as right now go, has the more sellable name than Devin Haney. Go ahead, Upper.
I mean, what do they expect, Key? And shout out to the beautiful Queen Ashley. Ashley Corner in the building. And shout out to my brother Kello Nella in the building. Salute, salute. It's just like you can't please some people, Key. Like, I don't know what the hell they expect, but it is what it is, dog. Like, damn.
Okay, well, now this fight card with Ryan and Rowley has people talking about Tank Legacy. All right. He's fighting, salute to the beautiful Queen Ashley's Corner. He's fighting his Jose Ramirez. He's fighting Jose Ramirez. I'm good. Y'all hear me? Ryan about to KO Rowley. Dang. You think so? Yeah. Phenomenal set is trash. Okay. I get it. But anyways, you guys, let's talk about Tank Legacy for a minute because a lot of people are, putting much fine glass on Tank's legacy in a way that you think. All right. people feel as though his legacy is going to his future legacy is going to take a hit because Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia are now all moving up to welterweight, and it is a it's very low chance that Tank Davis will go up to 147 to fight them. So if there is nobody left outside of Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson, what does this say about Tank legacy? Is Tank legacy officially in question, his future legacy? What say
I
y'all?
don't think so.
I don't think so.
Is it? Am I?
Is it?
Am I echoing
Am
something?
I echoing or something?
Upper, you have your other
Yeah.
device on.
But
Oh, okay. Hold on.
okay, hold on.
Shit.
Shit.
I hate this shit. How I sound now?
How it sound now?
Key.
It's good.
Hello.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Okay. People they keep forgetting that Ryan, T.O., and Devin they all started at 135. Tank Davis started at 126. So them going to 140 was Tank coming to 130. Them going to 147 is Tank going up to 135. Like I don't understand what they want. And when Tank went up to 140, that was them going up to 154. Like they gotta realize Tank is a small guy, and his legacy is aging nicely because I remember, like me and you talked about yesterday. I remember they was talking about Tank versus Rolly. That was a piece of shit fight. Now they got a whole card with Ryan versus Rolly, Devin versus Ramirez. Like this card is ass without wet wipes. But I think it'll still sell because Ryan and Rolly, that sparring footage where Rolly was putting the hands and feet on Ryan, I think that right there is the key because everybody wanted to see that fight with until Rolly got knocked out. But before Rolly got knocked out, this was the fight that people wanted to see, Rolly versus Ryan. They wanted to see this. But to say Tank legacy takes a hit, it's like they keep trying to find a reason to downplay Tank. Like Tank has beat more undefeated fighters than anybody active right now, even more than Canelo. It's only two people that's done beat more undefeated fighters than Tank, and that's first Floyd Mayweather, then Manny Pacquiao. So they need to cut this out. Like they said, Frank Martin was the one to test Tank. The test failed. Ryan Garcia was the king, the prince, King Rai. Okay, Ryan still showed that he's an elite fighter when he got in the ring with somebody who called him a D-level fighter, Devin. Plus, Ryan Garcia has always had tenacity, and Ryan Garcia is probably one of the most dangerous fighters out there right now. Like, motherfuckers just ain't trying to get in the ring with Ryan Garcia, so shout out for Rolly for doing it, but Rolly wanted the bag. And if Rolly would have took this fight before, then Devin Haney fans wouldn't be complaining about Devin getting knocked and sparked the fuck out by Ryan. But it is what it is. Tank Davis over everybody right now at the weeks. And they sit there and try to gaslight Tank into moving up and fighting this person or doing this and doing that. Tank done did what he had to do. He's the payday. He's the big fish. Well, he's the big dipper right now. And these people are trying to get on Tank's level right now. They're trying to get him between Tank's his drink, Tank handling his business. These people need each other to sell. It's funny because Tank he can go on there and put a little quick little doo on internet and break the internet. These guys gotta make scenes, fake fight. They gotta do all types of shit just to get some attention. So we see what it is. Plus they gotta click up and gotta kiss Turkey a la shit ass and shit just to be relevant. And Tank speaks out against that. So the question his legacy, then you gotta question everything these boxers have done too because he's done surpassed T.O., Devin, and Ryan just off merit alone. Plus, They all had a chance to get in the ring with him, and the only one that was brave enough was Ryan Garcia, who will been done fought all of the four kings if Teofimo stop bitching up and takes this fight after Devin. But I feel like after TOC what Ryan do to Devin, I don't think that Tio gonna get in the ring with Ryan. But honestly, Key, out of the four kings, only two of them can sell, and that's Ryan and that's Tank. What do you think? Hello?
I'm list. I think I do agree. Well, we got to see what this one does. I have a prediction, and I've been right with my pay per view sales so far. I'm like 5 of 5 now. As far as these fights,
Okay. Okay, Bill, undefeated in the streets.
I think if it's a pay per view, it won't hit more than 120. That's my prediction for it. That's number one. Number two, that would speak to Ryan Garcia selling, because if he goes from 1.2 to 1.4 with Tank and then goes to 300K and then goes to under 150,000 for if this fight is on pay-per-view, that would say, that would speak volumes of Ryan Garcia's sellability. We have to see that first. Another
You know
thing,
something?
hold on.
I think. Okay,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I
No, I'm about
think
to say. I think. Oh, go
mhm.
ahead. Go ahead.
I think that
Go ahead, best friend. Go ahead.
Hey JA, hey GM. I think that
Salute,
too.
salute.
But as far as being in those lower weight classes, in the lightweight and now moving up to welter or middle, I don't think that. I think that Ryan Garcia is outside of who else is up there? Boots. I think that outside of Boots, he still has a name. You know what I'm saying? As far as sellability, marketability. But let's look at it. Upper.
Before we do that, check this out, right, there, best friend. I think that Ryan. Honestly, I think Ryan and Rolly does at least 150,000 because people love a clown show. People love bullshit, and you know, Rolly and Ryan. Those are two clown ass, especially Rolly. Like Rolly and Broner would do over 200,000 just off the damn just off the pressers. But I feel like Rolly, he gonna get in there talking shit, and Rolly does have somewhat of a following. I don't know why, but people actually like Rolando Romero. And like I said, we seen what happened with Rolly and Ryan in that sparring footage. You feel me? We see what happened with Rolly and Ryan in that sparring footage. So I think that gives this fight a little bit of legs. The fact that you got Devin and them on there, Devin might bring his little 10,000 followers to come see the fight. And that's about it. But like I said, I think it does anywhere between 130 to 150 because Ryan did do 300 with Devin Haney, who had just came off of 25,000 with Regis Prograis. So, like I said, it's all about putting it together. And like I said, Ryan has been garnering support from the Spanish community. Damn, it done kicked my best friend out. It's been kicking me out too, Key. That shit been kicking me out too. I don't know what the hell. I might have to go back to StreamYard because this shit. Soon as my damn monthly subscription for this shit over with, I'm done with this one. But I feel like Rolly and Ryan could sell a little bit because it's gonna be a funny. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. The same way Blair Cobbs and Adrian Broner was able to sell, I feel like Rolly and Ryan will be able to sell. And then you got Devin right there. Even though Devin is in the start, well, even though Devin doesn't have the marketability in his own right, you got these two on the same card. So you get to see what Devin looked like and you get to see what Ryan looked like. And it's gonna be and see that's where I feel like all eyes is gonna be on that card because people are gonna watch and see what Devin looked like against Ramirez and what Ryan looks like against Rolly so they can compare what them two will look like before the fight. So it's actually an ingenious idea putting them both on there with winnable fights. I mean, Ryan's fight is a little more tougher because everybody knows it's going to be a knockout in that fight because you got two sluggers. Just like Pitbull and Rolly, that fight actually did well, Key, because, you know, it was some sluggers. People love to see carnage. And Rolly talks his shit when he can get the words out. So I feel like Rolly and Ryan will do some shit. And I said the fact that Devin's right there, I think that's going to add some mystique to the card. But other than that, we're gonna see. But see, after, but see, Ramirez ain't got shit left in him. But I think that after Devin sees what Rolly gets done to him, I think he's gonna get CTE, and I feel like it's gonna be some flashbacks in his mind. Like, damn, do I really want to get back into that damn shit? Shout out to my brother J.A. Dixon in the building, and shout out to Cree the Traveler. Like, I don't know if Devin really gonna want to get back in there after he sees that bestie. I might be wrong.
Okay, but I mean, let's keep it 105 though. It's when I mean it's in all the disrespect. I mean respect. I promise you. I promise you.
Anger management. That's
But
it.
but only though, like this is not a to see how the October fight is gonna play out. It's Rolly. Nobody has Rolly winning this fight. I don't have Rolly winning this fight. I actually
I've
feel
seen
bad.
people say.
I actually feel bad that they're putting Rolly out there like this. Like,
I've
damn.
seen people. I've seen people saying that Rolly would stop Devin with his power. I've seen it.
That's because
Now, do I
everybody knows
believe
that Rolly. That's because that everybody know that Devin ain't got no chin now.
it?
So I don't want to hear it. Like, nah. I just now what is going to sell this fight is the lead up, the build up. This is going to be absolutely hilarious because Rolly does know how to sell a fight under the fighter's skin. Okay, but this is Rolly, for Christ's sake. Like, come on, y'all.
Oh,
Come on.
shout
Like,
out to
what are
my
we
brother
doing?
GM. I'm sorry, GM. Shout out to my brother GM in the building as well. I'm just saying
Not
though,
to
and Desmond Johnson, salute, King. Salute to Desmond
not to
Johnson.
mention
But I'm just saying,
this is a these are tanks leftovers fighting.
okay, Key. What about Broner versus Blair Cobbs? That was an ass fight, but it still sold. It's people like entertainment. They watch.
Yeah,
They
in
they like
Florida.
entertainment.
Yes, in Florida, people showed up to that fight in a small venue in Florida. Yup,
Okay,
yup,
so
yup.
and it was paper and it was pay per view and it was pay per view. They said Don King made some money off that pay per view.
Okay,
Where's this
so
fight gonna
that's
be
good,
at?
but it wasn't big. They're saying New York, and I don't agree. It should not be in New York.
Oh shit, New York? Why?
I
Where's
think that
Rolly from?
what if they trying to blow Tank and Lamont Roach numbers out there. You know what I'm saying? The gate out the what?
We see what happened when they tried to blow Tank and Rolly's gates out the number. Only thing that got blowed up was Devin. But
Okay.
where's Rolly from anyway in the United States?
I think he's from Vegas.
So why the fuck they ain't put this shit on the West Coast? Ryan's on the West Coast. Rolly's on. I don't. And Devin's on West Coast. Ramirez is West Coast. Why are they trying to keep putting shit in New York where they get taxed 40%? Like I
I
don't
said,
understand that.
yeah. I said that. I said I think that this fight would do better on the West Coast or even Texas.
Texas would be great because of the Spanish
Ryan,
population in Texas.
yes, and Ryan and Ramirez have a following in Texas. Texas folks, them Hispanics show
Yeah,
up.
Texas and California, they show up. They show up for their Spanish fighters. Like this is why I didn't understand Devin and Ryan in New York. I didn't understand that. Like, Turkey putting this shit in New York probably because Turkey trying to. He said you can make it. They said if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So I just don't get it. I don't think this is proper planning. I guess because people in New York got a lot of extra money. I guess because they make money and I don't know, Keith. I don't know how to explain this shit. I don't.
How do you feel?
I don't.
How do you feel about the whisper? Salute to the beautiful queen, Miss Joette. Queen, how you doing?
Oh
How do you
yeah. Salute to the Queen, Miss Joy in the building. Salute, Queen. Hope all is well with you today. But go ahead, best friend. What you say?
How do you feel that it might be on a Friday?
Oh, that's dumb as shit. Why? Why?
That's what the
Who is
whisper,
planning this?
the
Who is
whisper
planning?
said it's gonna be
Hold on.
Friday. The whisper said it's gonna be on a
And
Friday,
see,
possibly.
this is the shit I be talking about. Like, Turkey needs to sit back and let his people do the shit. Like, when you had Baturiev versus Duvall, like, you fucked that card up. Trying to put Shakur on goddamn pay per view when you got the damn main card, the shit that people been wanting to see for 3 years. You don't have that on pay per view. Like, Turkey doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, actually. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is he trying to do. Like, maybe he's trying to make it where it's Saturday over there in the Muslim country or something. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to cater to his people over there in the mid. I mean, in the Middle East. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, Keith. I can't put my finger on it. But if you put the finger on it, I still need three people to hit the Cash App or the PayPal to support the grind for the day, please. Give me three people in the Cash App or the PayPal. But yeah, this shit don't make no type of sense, Keith. Like, David and Ryan would have did better on the West Coast, even though they did 300K. They would have did better on the West Coast. Like, why are y'all trying to break? I'm gonna tell you what it is. They see that Tank can go anywhere in the United States and sell out. So I guess they trying to appeal to a different fan base and get the New York fan base and the East Coast fan base. So when Ryan and Devin do go again, they have the East Coast and the West Coast want to watch the fight. That's probably the only thing I can think of, Keith. I don't know.
Well, if we're looking for a interaction between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, since this is going to set the tone for their big October fight, it has been revealed on Fight Hub TV. Y'all know I like to give out the sources that Ryan Garcia said that he was advised by his attorneys, his lawyers, not to interact with Devin Haney because they're trying to prevent further legal action from Devin Haney's lawyers. So I wonder with that moving forward, because we all saw Bill Haney and outside at the Ring Awards, basically heckling Ryan
Looking like a
Garcia.
damn junkie.
So, oh my God. So now, how is this gonna? Because people are gonna want to see how Ryan Garcia and Devin. So I wonder if they're
So
going to, if Devin's lawyer is going to allow that to
how
happen.
they gonna be on the same fight card? How they gonna be in the same venue if see, that's that shit I be talking about. Kid. It's just too much bullshit. Like, cut the shit. Stop all this fucking fugazi ass bitch made shit and be men, damn it. Get out there and fight and stop all this damn 50 beat shit, man. Like, damn. Y'all making this shit too goddamn complicated when boxing is not that damn complicated. You train, you get in the ring, you bust up your opponent, you get your paycheck. God damn. All this other shit is just uncalled for, damn it. Damn. That shit pisses me the fuck off, man. Like, they done turned boxing into a bitch made sport.
Yes. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to work out. I wonder if and I agree. I wonder if they're going to have Devin to scale it back, or if his attorneys are going to say, yeah, you can interact with Ryan Garcia. Ryan, go ahead and interact. You know what I'm saying, to sell this fight. Because I don't know if it's still where it's saying, yo, be careful, don't much because of fears of a lawsuit. I don't know, y'all. This is like one of the most awkwardest build up to a fight I've I've
First
seen.
off, first off, if you want to fight me, man, you got to drop this shit. Like, you got to drop this shit. We not about to do this. We not about to. I'm not about to be walking on eggshells and tiptoe around you, dude. Are we gonna be men? We gonna scrap this shit out, or you gonna keep on running around like a bitch? We're not gonna keep doing this. Like, who does that, Key? Like, this shit right here is redonkulous. Like, who does this dumbass shit? Like, nigga, drop that shit. Damn. You talking about motherfuckers fucked up your paycheck. Like, nigga, you wasn't getting paid like that before. Look at the Regis fight. You didn't get that much. Like, damn. You didn't get much versus Ryan because your dad dropped the ball. Like, come on, man, take your L and go home. Matter of fact, you got your win. I mean, you got your zero back, man. Damn, what more do you want? Like, damn, this like some spiteful shit, dog. Like, this is some spiteful ass shit. Like, nigga, you embarrassed me, and until I can embarrass you, I'm gonna sit there and hold this over your head. And then you got your dad out here looking like a damn fool. Like, this nigga's supposed to be over 50 years old, sitting here heckling a damn younger dude like that. That shit was just like he looked bad for the culture, see. Like, as old as Bill ass is out there damn trying to heckle Ryan, like, dude, really? Really, Bill? Like, that shit was fucking down with. Key, you seen that shit? That shit was retarded, Key. Come on, Bill.
Yes. Well, let's just see how this work out. The lawsuit is on pause, as we all know, for 90 days. So let's see how this works out. Y'all know that Bill and Devin is calling out Ryan Garcia about the VADA testing. I think that Devin should be focused on Ramirez and making sure that Ramirez is testing. And let them do what they're gonna do with Ryan. I wonder how they're gonna interact. There's a lot of questions. And a lot of this stuff, why is it on a Friday? Why is it if it's going to be in New York? Why New York? I mean, there's a lot. So I'm curious to see how this is going to continue to play out. And if they do this like they did the Baturvia versus Bivol fight, I'm going to be pissed off because stop dropping the ball on these fights now. Stop doing it. Speaking of,
But you know something? It's like they don't care. It's like they don't care if they lose money or not, Key. Have you noticed that?
yeah,
It's like
I
they
mean,
really don't go.
that's what all the fans of Turkey are saying. He has all the money, he can lose it.
But it's not his money. That's the funny thing about it. You being real generous with somebody else's cash.
Um, hey, remember, Devin isn't the only one suing Ryan. Hard to lay low and avoid more law. Suing Ryan Garcia, Mr. Pride. I just heard about Devin. I didn't hear about anybody else. But thank you, Rod. Speaking of soft though, how do you Canelo versus Bud? Canelo, the betting odds opened yesterday upper. Canelo is a negative 185. Terrence Crawford is a plus 155. Is that disrespectful? What we saying, y'all?
I gotta put my bet in early before that line change.
Oh, upper.
What? I'm about to put a stack on Canelo right now. Why it's low like this? Because that's gonna be the easiest 500 I've ever made in my life right there. And I might put 100 on the stoppage
I
because
don't know if he.
okay. Because I promise you, by the time the damn fight starts, Canelo's gonna be like a minus 500.
But y'all don't find
Because
it. Mm-hmm.
somebody gonna come to their senses, P, and realize like, nigga, who the fuck made these odds? Hell no. Hell no. They're gonna realize that shit and they're gonna fix the odds. A negative 185? Like, damn it, they trying to make this like a 50-50 fight. Like, what the fuck? Damn right I'm about to take that shit now. Shit.
Okay, phenomenal. I'm about to pull it up. The odds are that close. That's what they saying. That's what I saw. That it's
Salute,
that's what the odds are.
salute to my man Brock Howard in the building. Salute to B Dog.
Okay, so
I got Buffalo and Washington in the Super Bowl. Creole. Buffalo too much for Kansas City. They showed y'all earlier. They need to get that boy Josh Allen the MVP.
yes, absolutely. But so yeah, y'all, if y'all gonna put in some money, hurry up because y'all know Canelo coming in May. So
So
hurry up, y'all.
so they have agreed on the fight, or first off, I thought Turkey had to get that nigga some money first.
I'm
I thought
talking
he
about
wasn't signing it.
I'm not talking about Bud and Canelo. I'm talking about Canelo and his other fight, whoever that's going to be, which I have to presume it might be possibly.
Oh,
Oh,
so Bud and Canelo is not gonna be the May fight.
no, it's gonna be in September.
Okay, so they giving Bud enough time to get some more weight on him, basically. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that makes sense though.
Maybe give
Also,
him the best chance he can get.
you said what, Upper?
I said that's good because if he fights in May, he definitely gonna get slaughtered. So yeah, give him enough time to try to do what he can do. I'm not sure how much it's gonna help, but hey, I'm a fan of boxing, so I want to see a good fight for as long as it lasts. But Key, I'm just telling you, best friend, it's weight classes for a reason, and well, I'm glad we got this example right here because we're about to see. And if Bud does what Charlo does, I want everybody to be like, oh well, ho, Bud, don't you start damn dodging and running all around the ring like Charlo did. 'Cause remember, they said Bud wasn't gonna do that. Remember?
Yes.
So if Bud start motherfucking, so when Bud feels that power and he tries to get the hell away, I don't want to see that. 'Cause that's not what he said he was gonna do. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember, he was giving Charlo all that shit for running from Canelo. So yeah, he can't do that. Can't do that. And that's crazy because Bud done set himself up really, Key. Because he
Mm.
sat there and down. Bud set himself up because he sat there and down Charlo and talked all that shit about Charlo trying to trying to damn use his legs against Canelo. And now he about to be in that same situation as soon as he feels that nigga's power. And I find this funny when you see a lot of Canelo's ex opponents sitting there talking about Canelo ain't got that type of power, but Amir Khan didn't say that. Um, Callum Smith didn't say that shit. They say Canelo hits hard. What's your boy name? The boy he broke his eye, Billy Joe. Billy Joe said Canelo hit him like a truck. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how Bud reacts when that first punch lands. It's gonna be interesting as hell.
Yes, it is. And what is very and people want answers. And my manager Marty
Uh oh.
um is up on the docket. I gotta ask Bacoli to step into the light, Caroline. It has been revealed. Shout
Get
out to
him.
Matt. Oh, go ahead.
I said get him.
It has been salute to the beautiful Queen Barbara D. Hey B Dog. Good to see you guys.
Salute to the
Um,
beautiful Barbara D. I hope everything's well, Miss Barbara Deasy.
it has been revealed that, and I didn't even know about this, and normally I catch everything, all the tea. But it's been
You
revealed that
do.
Martin Bacoli posted a child being SA'd on his Twitter.
Oh
And there
fuck.
has been there has been no update to that investigation. And I didn't even hear anybody talking about it. So some people are wondering, why is Bacoli fighting on the Ryan Garcia's card? And he has these type of things going on that is unresolved. What say you, y'all?
Well,
I didn't see it,
that's typical
whoa.
of Africa. Like that shit happens in Africa a lot. Like a lot of people don't realize, but most women don't have no rights over there in Africa. Like when they're young, a lot of the women get their clitoris cut out. They get their clitoris cut out so they don't cheat on a man. So really, they don't get no pleasure from sex. Like they just treat women like second class citizens over there. Really, it's sad, really, but that's how it is over there in Africa. Like people snatch the women up, do what they want. They're like they don't really have no rights over there, Key. And see, that's what a lot of women in America don't realize. America give women way more rights. And then they talk about this misogyny shit. No, y'all haven't seen misogyny. I bet we girls over there in the Middle East or in other countries which they can say something about rights. They have none. None. A lot of women don't realize how good they got it over here. Especially like in Saudi and shit. A woman show her skin, legs, and anything like that. Man, you know they can get killed for that crap, Keith. Like they don't play in them other countries. See, America, they give women empowerment. And like I seen that video of that woman over there in Great Britain. This dude was walking and he waved the flag of his team. Now he was about 12 feet from this girl. Now he had the flag for his team and he was flashing it. And I guess her team lost. She got mad, snatched his flag, and was punching that nigga in his head twice. And he turned around and punched her one time and broke her jaw. I know you seen it, didn't you? And then they was talking about why did he do that? Why did he hit her like that? Like they didn't see that she hit that man twice. But them women right there gotta realize like it's different over there from America. Like rights is something that Americans have. You don't have rights in them other countries.
Well, it's not even, to me, it's not even a rights issue. It's the fact that do this and still be able to compete. So I think that a conversation needs to be had regarding if this incident is true. Again, I did not see what Coley did. And I definitely wouldn't sit and watch anything like that of that nature. But for if it is true that he did that, then he needs to be reprimanded because you guys reprimanded Jojo Diaz. His career never be the same. So Bacoli should not be any different. If this is what he did, then he needs to be removed from that card until whatever disciplinary action outside of boxing, if it's legal, is resolved. That's my stance on it.
Jojo Diaz is an American. Macaulay ain't.
Okay, but he still fights. He's fighting in America.
Oh, well, the hell no. Get him off that American card then. If he's on the American,
Hey, Al Booger.
if he's on the American card, then I say remove his ass from that card. Straight like that. SA on a kid,
Absolutely.
SA on a kid, that's something I just can't get by with. I'm sorry. That's why I got a daughter. Nah. I think that's just
So yeah, let's see how this go. I'm definitely not happy with it. I haven't seen anything like it, but I'm not happy if these rumors, if what I'm hearing about Bacoli is true, and I officially have him on the chopping block, just ready to swing my axe. Okay.
put him in there with
Now, right, that'd be a nice punishment for him. Put him in there with Cappy. Now, the full tank card has been announced today. Shout out to Phenomenal Show for letting me know in the chat. We got Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. We got Rayo versus Gary Antoine, Sandro Martin versus Puello, and Yonis Tales versus Julian Williams.
J-Rock?
So decent cards so far.
He gonna use J-Rock?
Julian Williams, that's his nickname, is J-Rock?
Julian J-Rock Williams? The one that Charlo knocked out, the one that beat Jared Hurd.
I think that is him. You know, I never knew that his nickname was J-Rock. That is interesting.
That's a hell of a fucking card, Keith.
That's a really good card. So Julian Williams is 29-4 with 17 KOs. He's been knocked out 3 times. Jamel.
Jason Rosario.
Jason Rosario. Did Hernandez, was it Hernandez or Adames that knocked him out? Which one knocked him out?
I know Jamal Charlo stopped him. I know Jason Rosario stopped him. I, I can't remember who else stopped him after that.
Was it Vladimir Hernandez that stopped him? I gotta look
I
at
don't know,
boxing.
but when Jamal Charlo caught him, he did him dirty. They still go back to
Oh,
that Jamal Charlo knockout. That was worse than that Lubin knockout, just about.
Akilo said that Bacoli said he did it to expose the abusers. Well, and hey, Slogan. Hey, Brock. Good to see you, Kings. He's up for further
Still, even if
investigation.
you even if you expose and stuff, don't play it because then you showing more people the shit. Like I understand you said you trying to expose the abusers, but you got more people watching.
I like it too, Barbara D. I think it's a really good. I think it's a really good card. Um, I like it.
Come on.
And this is a big fight for Yones Teles, who is 9-0 with 7 KOs. You know, we just watched his
It's a
card.
dangerous one.
Yeah, with Johan Gonzalez, and when he fought what was that one guy's name? Shoot. Who did Teles fight? I just know about Johan Gonzalez. Um yes, Hernandez. Yeah, I thought it was. I was like, wasn't it Vladimir? Gravel and apology sharing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna read it. Because I'm mad at Bacoli. I'm gonna sit here hyping this man up, and you do some craziness, some foolishness like that, and I gotta hear about it.
I'm gonna tell you like this though. That's a dangerous fucking fight for him, regardless. Because J Rock is not no walk in the park. J Rock does have power. Ask Jared Hurd. He stopped the Jared Hurd and Jamel Charlo fight. 'Cause when he stopped Jared Hurd and took them belts from Jared Hurd, that was a wrap. But then Rosario, he had to fight Jamel Charlo. And that's when Jamel Charlo ended up with all them belts because he popped Rosario ass. So it was J Rock beating Jared Hurd, then Rosario beat J Rock, and Charlo beat damn it, Rosario.
Absolutely. I'm curious. Hey, I'm curious, Brian Mendel. Yeah, I'm curious. I wonder. I mean, well, so far, I think this is a really good card. I think that these are two back-to-back good cards that PBC is putting on with
But
the
you know
Battle of the King
something?
Davids and the Tank Davis card a few weeks later.
You know Tank versus Roach, that's a main event card by itself. Um, Antoine Russell versus El Rayo, that could be a main event on its own card right there. Puello versus Sandor Martin is a main event card by itself. And this J Rock, it could be a main event on a free card, a free TV. Like these are these are four good fucking fights. And people always talking about Turkey all that shit's cards. Yeah, Turkey makes some good cards, but these are premium cards right here, Keith. Like you have four really competitive ass fights. Tank Roach, El Rayo versus Antoine Russell. These are two fighters in their prime right now. The winner of this fight between Antoine Russell and El Rayo will be making a statement. And then the winner of that fight right there can go up against the winner of Sandor Martin versus Puello. Like, these are some significant ass fights that people not even really paying attention to it. Like, I love it. I love that card right there. And see, PBC, people be talking about how PBC don't be making all the fight cards all the time. But when they do, but when they motherfucking do, it be that motherfucking shit. Do you feel me, Keith? When they do, they be putting on the shit. Anybody that say this fight card ain't worth what they selling, they dumb as fuck, and they don't like boxing because I would watch it just for the Puello versus Sandor. I would watch it for El Rayo and Antoine Russell. Not to mention Tank and Roach. Like man, you're getting at least three premium fights plus the J Rock fight. Now I can't sit there and good conscience call it a premium fight, but a boxing fan, that's a fight for a fan. If you love the sport of boxing, this is a fans fight because you got this young up and coming future superstar going up against a damn person that's been there. Because J Rock, he has plenty skills. He has power. He has a high IQ. This is a dangerous fight for a young dude. You said 9-0. This is basically jumping out the window right here without no parachute for real, for real. Like you must have a lot of faith in your fighter if you're gonna put him up with a former unified champion, because J Rock was a unified champion. You got him going up against a former unified champion. People don't even understand the significance of it. Keyshawn Davis wasn't doing that at 9-0. He was down there in Texas, struggling with a nigga that wasn't half this good. So yeah, I like this.
I think
Shout
both
out
of
to PBC.
yeah, I think that both cards so far that they're putting on, these are fighters card. You know what I'm saying? Like these are just interesting matchups. It's not like the Tellez versus J Rock, that could potentially be a 50-50 fight. Sandor Martin and Puello,
Yeah,
I'm so excited about this. That's definitely in my eyes. Like I'm like, yo,
see,
who is gonna win? You know what I'm saying? Like these are really good
that's a,
50-50.
these are boxers. Puello and Sendo Martin
Yeah,
are both boxers that have sneaky power. Because we've seen Sendo Martin's power against Tio. He has sneaky power. And we've seen Puello's power versus Russell. And both of them, they have skills, and both of them, they got traps that they set. That's why I like this fight right here. Like, this is high class boxing right here. And like you said, that J Rock fight, yeah, that's a 50-50 fight. Really, I give it 60-40 in favor of J Rock, really, because of the experience and the power and everything, and the fact that he's a former unified champion. But I think this young dude might pull it out. But it's going to be great to watch this man because we get a chance to see this young man go through adversity, and we get to see him grow as a fighter because he's going to have to grow to win this fight right here. This is the type of fight that you put your fighter in when you try to get him to the next level. Either you about to go to the next level or your career stops right here, and this is just what you're capable of. So we're about to see whether he's capable of more or if this is where the buck stops. I love shit like that, Key. Like this shit right here, this has so many implications. Like, bruh. And then Ryo versus Antoine Russell? Who wouldn't want that? Somebody going to sleep in this fight, Key. Somebody, this fight ain't going the distance. You got aggressive ass Russell, and you got El Rayo that's been looking great at 140. He just had aggressive ass Pitbull. Now he got an even more aggressive Antoine Russell. This is Pitbull with skills. Because you know Pitbull, he was just rushing with the hook. Antoine Russell could do more than just throw the hook. Antoine Russell could think. Ryo about to lose his belt though, I tell you that. I can tell you that, Keith. He thought Edwin De Los Santos popped his ass.
absolutely. I think he get the stoppage. Hey, Jado, you know what? This is an interesting matchup. I gotta watch it more, and as we get closer to March 1st, I have a more definitive answer. I may give J Rock, the edge, but I wouldn't be surprised at the upset. This is a really good fight. I never thought to put them two together, Tellez versus J Rock. I would have never thought that. That's what's so
That's what
interesting
I'm
about
saying. That's what I'm saying. J Rock is the 60-40 favorite basically because of his skills and everything. But I think we about to see this young man become a star. Like he's about to take the next step. He's about to move from the prospect stage into the contender stage with this fight right here. That's what this fight symbolizes. And I'm glad we get to see that shit firsthand. Like, I'm glad. Like, the biggest fight of his career right here. And we get to watch that shit. And if J Rock loses, that's the end of him.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, shout out to Tank Davis and that undercard. Shout out to David Benavidez and David Morrell's undercard. This is great boxing. I'm
Yeah,
gonna start
we
every time
almost there, kid.
huh?
We almost there with the
Um,
David and David. It's next week.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start anytime I have beef with somebody. I'm gonna start off how David Benavidez real.
David
David Benavidez.
Benavidez is acting nervous.
You think he acting
The
nervous?
way he was talking the other day and how he keep trying to make excuses about all this shit. I ain't never seen David Benavidez act like this before a fight. Like it's like he already trying to put an excuse up there already. But ain't gonna be no excuses when they get in that motherfucking ring. This
Okay,
fight right here
so
has been 3 years. It's been 3 years in the making, and see, I'm so fucking happy. I thank the PBC because now we finally get a fight that we've been wanting, and we getting both fighters in their prime. Like this is the best fight that you can make right there. Like this is both fighters at their prime, and then the winner gets to go for undisputed. And hey, it's just due too because they put in their work. They fighting these challenges. David Morrell has been fighting top 10 opponents since his second fight. That's why he had the WBA world title, and that's why he got it at 175. He's been fighting top competition in his division. And David Benavidez, he just turned on a whole new leaf. This man is beating on Caleb Plant. He gave Boo Boo his first loss. Like a lot of the fighters that I'm gonna say this though, out of David Benavidez's last 7 fights, all of them have came up from 160 or lower. Like Kyron Davis, he fought the dude that was on the contender. What's the dude name? Ronald Ellis. You know, Rashid Ellis' brother. Like David been fighting smaller fighters though. I give him that. But he did fight Caleb Plant, who was a natural 175 pounder, even though he was a smaller version. Boo Boo came up from 154, 160. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so he has this right here is David Benavidez fighting a fighter his size. They are both naturally 168 pounders. Well, Benavidez was once 300 pounds, but that's neither here nor there. But they're fighting at their right weights at 175 with no rehydration clause. Both of them boys are going to be at least close to 200 pounds in that fight. We're going to see a light heavyweight. I mean, this is going to be a damn bridgeweight fight.
well, one thing that I do like is that David Benavidez strings when it comes to David Morrell. He cussed out everybody. He said, you manager, he hates his team, he hates David Morrell. He said he hates his cat, he hates his dogs, he hates everything about this man. And I
You
said,
know where you got that from?
I'm gonna use that moving forward. Anytime somebody come for me, I'm gonna just go down to everything that I don't like. I hate you. I hate the way. I hate your
You know what?
lips.
You know where you got that from? You got that from what's your girl name? Kirsten Dunst. I mean, not Kirsten Dunst. He got it from Julia Stiles on that movie 10 Things I Hate About You. I hate the way you drive my car. I hate the way you stare. I hate the way you do this, and even when you care. You know, that's where he got that shit from. Dave Morrell even posted it. That was one of my favorite movies, 10 Things I Hate About You, with Larissa Oleynik and Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he got all that. That's where he got that whole diatribe from. He got that whole thing from there. But hey, it was cute. It was very demure.
Well, I just up and key that prime re-up gonna be a MF. Okay, so the thing is phenomenal because I think that this is gonna do really good pay-per-views. Right now, people are trying to PB is about to be dropped and might be possibly merging with bone. I haven't heard anything like that. That the target, the eyes should be on Top Rank. And
These
seeing
people
what
be
Top
saying
Rank
anything.
is about to do.
Yeah, they just be throwing shit against the wall, see if it stick. PBC is not going to fucking the zone. Amazon Prime just made the deal, and Amazon don't do business like that. It's called a contract, and they signed one with the PBC. These people just be saying anything just for the hell of it, dog. Damn, they stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's gonna do a really good pay-per-view though. I would how much do you think that they would get Benavidez versus Morel? I would say between 2 and 400,000.
You said,
Low end
yeah,
175. Highest 4, mid-range 225.
I think it do about 250. It better do over 150 though, because this is the fight we've been asking for. And if this shit don't do more than 150,000, like people shouldn't say shit about the matchups that we be getting, because we get what we ask for. And if people don't pay for this shit, then they don't deserve the great fights, honestly. And look, I need 3 people to hit the PayPal or the Cash App to support the grind for the day. Can I get 3 people? I just need 3 people to support the grind. That's all. Keep this channel going. Give me 3 people in the Cash App or the PayPal.
So that is 220. I think so too. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. But that's all I got for you guys today as far as boxing talk. Upper, you got anything else?
Well, I was gonna give me 1 second. I was gonna go into this Canelo Bud thing a little bit, but give me 1 second. I'm trying to get to my other device real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay, I think that David's doing numbers. The gate tells the tale. Yeah, it's expected for them to do 7 to 8 million. That's a good thing, y'all. I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good gate. You know what I'm saying? Especially with them two. That's a good gate, which lets you know that there was a demand for that fight. And the person who wins this
That's
fight
a great gate. It's a
will be
great
in a
gate.
nice, yeah, they will be in position at 175 to be pretty much the cash cow to rule that division, depending on if they're gonna get the Baturviev and Bivol winner fight. Why haven't I been seeing too many people talking about that? Why is nobody talking about that February card with the crescendo card with Bivol versus Baturviev? I wonder. I don't
It's
see
being
anybody.
overshadowed. It's being overshadowed by David and David. Like you gotta realize this David and David shit. It's smashing everything else out there right now, Keith. Like people don't realize the demand for this fight and the build up is making it even more. I'm excited like a kid that used to wait for Christmas. Like this fight right here has so many implications. And see, this is what people ain't listening about and looking at. The winner of the David fight will be controlling their own. They both said fuck Canelo because Canelo is not about to fight neither one of these guys. He's not. First off, they're too big for Canelo. Secondly, Canelo, we ain't never seen Canelo hit the ground. He fought any one of these guys right there. Canelo touching that motherfucking dirt, key. And Canelo said he's about to leave boxing on his feet. Because if he go against any of these Davids, David Benavidez will overwork him with the sheer size and the volume, and David Morrell will hit him with some shit that he ain't felt before. He thought Crusher Kovalev hit him. He thought Triple G hit him. Morrell power in both hands, and he's bigger than Canelo. This ain't Bivol. Now I'm not saying Bivol ain't got no pop, but Bivol ain't got no pop like this. This is motherfucking K-pop. This is Zuyo Wakaseka. This is motherfucking NC and Backstreet Boys type pop. You feel me? This that motherfucking
the shot that they heard around the world. And Canelo said, hell fucking no. Hell no. Canelo not going for that. And Canelo ain't messing with Odyssey Iglesias either. See, one thing about Canelo is a crafty ass guy, man. And another thing about Canelo has been doing this for years. And Canelo knows what he can and can't do. Most great fighters know their bodies. And he knows that he's out of his prime. He cannot get in there one of them young bucks like that. Because he will be passing the torch for real. But with that being said, I appreciate and I respect what David Morrell and Benavidez have been doing. When they seen that they weren't gonna get the Canelo fight, what they did, they continued to push forward. They continued to take great fights. They continued to push their legacy forward, and they was in a collision course toward each other. And the winner of this fight right here gets to damn write his new ticket, and he will become the fifth cash cow in boxing. You got Canelo Alvarez, Earl Spence, Tank Davis, Anthony Joshua. You can say what you want, but Anthony Joshua is a cash cow in boxing. And then it's going to be David. I don't know which David it will be, but it'll be David. And anyway, is somewhat of a cash cow, but he's not like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, in a way, it gets you paid, but he's not one of the ones you can put on a damn pay-per-view. And I like this because Benavidez has had, I think, like 4 pay-per-views because him and his brother had that one pay-per-view down in Arizona where his brother, I think his brother got a tie or a draw. When his brother should have got his ass whooped, though. His brother really lost, but they were about to make that nigga lose in his hometown in Arizona. So he got the draw. But then you had the Benavidez versus Plant, which did a little bit under 100,000. You had Benavidez versus Ugas. I mean, not Ugas, Boo Boo, who did like around 70,000. So even though he did 70,000 with Boo Boo, they had like a $2.5 million gate, close to 3, and 70,000 pay-per-views is still 5.6 million. So it was damn near a $10 million fight. And I think they both walked away with like something like, I think it was like 5-3. I think Boo Boo got, well, no, I think they both got 5 apiece because they still had their the promotional shit too. And see, that's one thing about the PBC that you gotta realize they get paid off the gate and off the pay-per-views. But Al Heyman did something that a lot of people didn't know. Him and Floyd got it started where Floyd used to get $5 million per logo that's put on his trunks. And I think the one that goes on the ass, you know, the big part that goes right there at the center of his ass, I think that's like a $10 million logo spot. So like Al Heyman turned these boxes into walking billboards. Like he's making sure his fighters, when you sign with Al Heyman as a financial advisor, Al Heyman gonna make sure you get everything that's coming your way. That's why I respect Al. That's why a lot of people respect him. Like Leo Santa Cruz, he named his son after Al Heyman. So you know that tells you about that right there. You feel what I'm saying? Like that tells you. And for him to put this fight on with Morrell, and that's another thing because Morrell has had a hard time growing up too. Like I mean, you know, people don't realize like places like Cuba and like these other countries, they don't have a welfare system. You know what I'm saying, Keith? Like if you can't motherfucking pay for it, ain't no government assistance. You just gonna die. I mean, like if you can't take care of yourself, then that's it. So you know, Al has made a way for him, and he's been able to support his family and everything. So like that's what I'm saying. People don't realize what Al does, and the other promoters they hate that. They hate who are you, Al, to give these slaves more money? Like you running up the price of their own production. And see, they didn't like that right there. But I appreciate Al for showing people their worth and letting these people get the type of money they're supposed to get. And I just appeal to all the boxing enthusiasts. And if you say you like boxing, support these guys right here because this is the best of the best fighting the best of the best in the best atmosphere. They're both in their prime, 26. And another thing that people don't understand, if this fight goes the way I think it will, we can have either a rematch or a trilogy. Like this shit right here is not no type of one and done fight because people want this shit. And ain't this fight in Vegas, right, Keith?
Yes.
So just think, they do an $8 million gate in Vegas, and they do, I mean, on the low end. Hold on, if you got an $8 million gate, then you're definitely going to do more than 150,000 pay per views. I'm just being honest. If you sitting up there, if you sitting up there looking at correlations with the gate, with the net profits, and with the gross revenue of the fight, then anytime you have a superb gate like that, then it always translates to the pay per view. It always do. And what people don't realize is that the venue that David and David are fighting at, they had to add more seats. Like they had to add, I think they added like 1,500 to 2,000 more seats because the tickets had sold out already. And you know the hotel and everything, the venue that they're putting the shit in, they're making bank, Keith. They're making some motherfucking skrilla. And see, that's one thing people don't understand. When you go out of town for like these motherfucking conferences or like a sporting event, oh wow, like hotels mark up the price about 400 or 500%. Restaurants, all types of shit, they mark up everything, Keith. They mark it all up. And this is how they get to survive. This is how they increase their economy. And right now, it's a good time for boxing. David and David, I think that does about 250K. It's going to be a great fight, and I think we're going to get another fight. I didn't say nothing about Benavidez not hitting the ground. DC, what are you talking about? And no, they won't what? What are you talking about, DC? What is he talking about, Keith?
Mm, I don't know. Hey,
You
Creo.
explain what you're talking about? You explain what you're talking about, DZ. I think I missed it when I was talking.
I
Uh-huh.
think she meant Benavidez hit their canvas, and that I think the no they won't is maybe saying that they won't sell as much. I think that's what
Are
they're. I
you
think that's
serious?
what they're saying. Maybe I
Why
don't know.
would
It's
you,
no.
why would you say it wouldn't sell? Why would you not want it to sell? One thing
I
about this though, DZ, huh?
I think they're gonna sell.
One thing about this right here, DZ, if this fight right here doesn't sell when they're giving us the best of the best, right? Then it's gonna discourage promoters to make any more fights like this. It's not gonna it's gonna make promoters be like, well, why should I spend such when I gave these people the best fight and they didn't even buy the shit? Nah, I'm about to make such fight such and such that's 15 and 18. Put them in the ring with a journeyman that's 15 and 18. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the difference? You know, people don't realize, but this is a business. Boxing is a business. And people think, oh well, they should just shut up and fight. Well, that's just like if you come by and do some landscaping, right, Key? And you know your price is $250, but I decide to give you 100 and say, here, just shut up and take it. Like people don't understand this is these people profession. Like you want them to take a lowball offer on their profession, but if your boss wanted to give you a lowball estimate, you're gonna quit your fucking job or you're not gonna do it. And like that's why I'm saying people don't apply real world standards to boxing. Like these are humans too. These are people that work as well. You feel what I'm saying, Keith?
Yeah. Absolutely. Do not buy pay-per-views. They most likely do no more than 150. Well, we'll see about it, DZ. We got a few days left. So we'll know soon. I'm just happy that at least they can't say they had a bad gate. That's a really an excellent gate that they have.
Hey, Key, that damn gate right there. You said it was 8 million. It's probably about to be 8 million. That gate, that's 4 million apiece right there. And one thing about Prime, oh shit, what the hell is that?
Sorry, my fault.
I know I had headphones in. That shit kind of shocked me. And one thing about Prime, they also pay, so they have a budget. So the budget is taking care of the undercard. So whatever they make is going to Morel and Benavidez. So already they got 4 million apiece, which is David Morrell's biggest payday already. Because David Morrell hasn't made $1 million for a fight yet, Keith. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Benavidez got his biggest payday versus Sweet Hands Plant, which was 5.3 million. So they're already on pace to make their biggest payday already. So what's the downside, Steve?
Well, can you,
I can hear you perfectly.
I mean, none. I mean, if the gate and all that is gonna do well, they're still gonna make money. Everybody on that card is gonna make money. They ain't gotta rob, sure.
Well, they already paid the undercard already. The undercard has already been paid because they have a budget. So they only got the undercard and made some change already. So with that being said, it's only up from there. Like the more that they can make, especially when they put more seats there, the more that you can make, the more you can get. That's how I feel about that shit right there. You feel me?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I know you probably.
For me,
I'm about to say. I know you probably got something to do. But let me say one more thing. Look, I just need 3 people to support the grind. I just need 3 people. I'm not gonna say it no more because the show's about over. But I'm sure 3 people supporting the grind. So before we get up out of here, can I get 3 people to support this good boxing talk that we had today? And I'm gonna let best friend go ahead and do her final things because I'm about to give out my prediction for the college basketball tonight after you finish, best friend. Go ahead.
okay. Salute to everyone. Thank you guys for coming. I got a meeting to attend real quick. But I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. Shout out to all the queens that was in here today and the kings. Always good to see y'all. And
All right, best friend. But like I said, I need 3 people to support the grind. Can I get 3 people before we go? And tonight on the college basketball, I'm gonna give y'all a 3 pick. I'm gonna take Creighton, Alabama, and you got DePaul getting plus 13. Trust me on that one. Creighton, Alabama, and DePaul plus the 13. That's a good 3 pick right there. I'm just giving you the base 3. You can put it in a 3 pick or you can add more to it. But those are 3 that I'm giving you that you can go ahead and, do whatever you want to do with it. Because, it's going to be a shit show tonight. It's going to be a shit show. But Alabama, they're going to keep on roll tide. Creighton. Also, take Tennessee money line. And I'm going to tell you one thing I did do. Louisville is the underdog versus SMU tonight. A lot of people sleeping on Louisville. I'm taking Louisville plus. So that's DePaul, Louisville, Creighton, Alabama. And it was one more I told y'all. It was Creighton, Alabama, DePaul. And another one I'm going to tell you about. Ohio State is getting 11 from Purdue. Now, Ohio State has lost 5 games this year, or 6 games. I know, Creole. I mean, if you would have came here earlier, I did football earlier today, brother. I usually leave with the other segments while Key ain't here. When Key ain't here, I do the other segments. But Creighton, DePaul, Alabama, Louisville. Louisville over SMU. I like that. And Ohio State. There's a 5 pick for y'all right there. Creighton, DePaul, Louisville, Ohio State. It was Creighton, DePaul, Louisville, Ohio State. And it was one more I had just said. It was DePaul and Alabama, Creighton, DePaul, Louisville, and Ohio State. That's a 5 pick right there. You know, just try it out and tell me what y'all think tomorrow. Because that's the 5 pick that I'm going with tonight right there. But like I said, on the way out, can I get 3 people to support? It don't even matter. I don't care if it's $1 or 2. I just like to have, 5 people support the grind every day. That's what I like to get right there. Show that you support what I'm doing, man. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my bro Kawhi Elliott in the cash app with the $1 holler. I appreciate you, King. You always come through, my brother Kawhi. Always come through for the cookout. And I always appreciate you, my brother. More than you know. Appreciate you, King. Yeah, DePaul is actually pretty good. But I'm gonna tell you another thing, Creole. Alabama, they done hit their stride. They took out my boys Kentucky the other day, but Alabama, they hitting their stride right now. Alabama's tough. It's gonna be hard to stop an Alabama team right now. Them boys ain't playing fair. Them boys are running, gunning, and doing what the hell they got to do. Like, that's a good team right there. I hate to say it, but they good. They're gonna be trouble down the road. But I like Louisville too, though. Louisville, people sleeping on Louisville. But Louisville got some sparks. They got some good players right there. They got some people that can get it in. And like they got good coaching. They good fundamentally and they got good coaching. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what's gonna make Louisville dangerous right there, especially when March Madness kicks in. And I've been doing my research so I can be prepared for that March Madness and the brackets and everything. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess it ain't gonna be nobody supporting no more support for the day. But I appreciate the ones that did support. Shout out to my brother Kawhi Elliott. Shout out to Mr. Altruistic, who always come through and support my show, man. I appreciate you, brother, always. And I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram. I'm gonna show you my ticket for the night too. And shout out to my man EB Sweat a lot, who always come through the channel and everything and sweats in the background. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like I said, I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Peace and blessings to all y'all. And I'm out, man.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me a op, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em.